What a glorious day, and welcome back, good people, to the channel. This is Clint Sharp, Sharp Solutions, carpet and upholstery cleaning, supply, install and repair. Right then, 80/20 wool carpets. Not sure if the camera is doing this justice, doesn't really seem to at the moment, but as you can see, these carpets, they have seen better days. So, a retirement home, retirement flat, should I say, this one. Ooh, right, I'm gonna have to move a few bits, which should be okay. Just pop back the coffee table and put up as many bits and bobs on the chairs as possible. We're not to be moving too much around, like electrical equipment and things like that. It's where it's been walked on, basically. So if I can just quickly, pick things up and put them onto the sofas and what have you, it will be good. Right then, so we're only doing this lounge, which conveniently works out quite well because there's a van just outside. So it's truck mount all the way. We've got this hallway here. Let's have a look at it. So it looks like we've had a bit of a leak on the radiator. You can see, it looks like it's leaked along there. So we'll have to treat that with the right solution. A really good vac. This herringbone rib matting. It's got all pine twigs on. And then we've got, obviously, this hall. I think she must have had a cat or something because there seems to be quite a lot of fluff. Do the old fluff shuffle to see what we can gather. So as you can see, just by that, a lot of hair or fur. Same thing for this room. We're just going to pop everything on the bed so we can get around the bed. And then all processes need to be done. It is one of those where we're going to need a good vac. We'll pre-spray, we'll agitate, and then we'll extract. Now then, because we're always upfront and honest on this channel, it said what the flat was. And I looked up these flats and I did think that it was going to be a second store flat. So I popped the rotary on, as I thought low moisture was going to be the way. Now, we could still do low moisture, but for the convenience of it, of where the van is, it makes perfect sense to use the hot water extraction and cut a little bit of time off the job for the machinery we're using. And that's what we have truck mounts for, because you can get great results with low moisture tooling, you can get great results with portables, and you can get great results with truck mounts. The only difference is truck mounts is going to halve your time purely because we're not filling, we haven't got all the setup time to go. It does reduce time on the job. So further ado, let's get this cleared up. Right then, good people, we are empty. So let's see what we can pick up. find a nice slow north, south, east and west vacuum on foot traffic areas in front of sofas, the best way to go. Purely because you would be surprised how much dry soiling you can lift with a vacuum done correctly. You know, let's not turn it to mud. Use your training and all that to get the best results. I really do find that I get much better results dry vacuuming most of the dry particulate out before trying to go in with any solutions or any machinery. Let's have a look at the old canister. So that's one lounge, the main bedroom and the hallway. Well, if I don't say so myself, good people, the brand Hoover, no endorsements given. Well, I think it's just pulled it off again. Incredible. Good to go again.